We're joined now by DJ Dozier, the 6th all-time leading rusher at Penn State, played there in the 1980s. He joins us now on the phone. And DJ, first of all, your reaction to today's news that Coach Paterno is, in fact, going to step down at the end of the year.
Well, of course, most of us knew that at some point he was going to step down as a coach, but certainly no one would have imagined, I think, that these types of circumstances would be surrounding the activity or the motion to step down. So it's obviously a tough day for different groups of people, but more than anything, I think that it's a surprise, without a doubt.
Is it a tough day for you?
I think it's a tough day for anyone that loves and was a part of this university in one way or another. It's a tough day. It's I think it would have been tough in and of itself for Joe to step down and for a new era to start with someone else. With these type of circumstances surrounding his stepping down, this is it makes it even more difficult to swallow at this point. You can certainly appreciate guys like Matt Millen who are all over the country and does an outstanding job as a commentator. But being a representative of Penn State, and some of his words that I heard yesterday on ESPN were amazing. So I thought that his comments were right on.
Do you believe it's the right move for Coach Paterno to stay on for these last few games rather than stepping down immediately?
Well, I'm certainly what I am trying to do is stay away from opinions. I don't think my opinion really matters, but there are things that do matter. The facts of everything surrounding the situation, that matters. So, as far as my opinion, I really don't want to get too much into that. I think it's as I said earlier, it's number one sad that this type of era has to end, and certainly with the circumstances surrounding it, makes it even more difficult.
Well, Coach Paterno himself, as you know, has admitted that he made an error in judgment in how he handled the Jerry Sandusky case. In your mind, how does it impact his legacy?
Good question. Well, in terms of legacy, that's a matter of the opinion of all of us collectively, right? It's what we think, and we're a society that votes directly and indirectly for individuals, in office or in other matters, and again, I don't know. I'm not sure how it's going to reflect, but certainly, we live in a society where folks have an opinion and can voice their opinion in various ways. So we'll hear about it for a long time.
Well, taking public opinion out of it, DJ, and just taking it from your point of view as someone who played for Joe Paterno, knows him well, if you were asked what his legacy is, given these circumstances and given everything else that's happened in his career, what would you say it is?
Well, here's the good news. There are a lot of men that have gone through that university. I'm talking about the football program, obviously. And some lives were shaped and reshaped for the better. And there are a lot of men that look back at that time and appreciate, what Joe did for them and what he did for me and how he helped to shape the kind of person that we ought to shoot for. Those are my thoughts.
DJ, Jerry Sandusky was obviously on the staff when you were there, other side of the ball, but certainly had some interaction with him. What was your perception of Coach Sandusky?
Well, go back to and read some of I read some of the comments that LeVar made. Talked to a couple of my teammates from that era, and we all have the same conclusion. Great guy, tremendous coach, knew how to get his guys not only prepared, but his guys were always loose, man. I'm talking about the defense. I mean, very loose, and so he knew how to keep his guys in a mental frame that was conducive for a big game. So he was a great coach, and that's what you'll hear from players, and from that standpoint, I mean, he was, as far as we knew, a great guy. Knew how to laugh and help others to laugh.
As far as the personal failings which have been alleged here, do you have any sense of any of that?
Boy, obviously your heart has to go out to the families involved, the kids. Number one, it's listen. None of us are perfect, but one thing for sure, when kids are involved, it's a whole other thing, and I heard Joe, or at least read a quote where Joe said that, we need to say a prayer for the victims, and without a doubt we do need to do that. But I think we need to have a prayer for all of us, because this is something that can affect any family in this country and outside. So God help us.
DJ Dozier, one of the all-time greats at Penn State. Appreciate your time. I know it's a difficult day for a lot of people associated with Penn State football. Thank you, DJ.
Okay, thanks.